Hey guys, Josiah here, another quick video just to explain the figure levels indicator. This is a really simple think script that basically just plots the whole figures on the chart for you so that you don't have to draw support and resistance lines for each of those. And so it kind of automatically reminds you when price is nearing one of these levels that, hey, you need to watch out. We're at an important level, and you might need to tighten your stops or look for entries or whatever you need to do. But I mean, looking at this chart here, this is a daily chart of Adobe. You can kind of see how, in case you weren't aware, how a lot of stocks really do respect the whole numbers, and you can kind of see here where we're getting some support on the 90. We gapped over it here, but we had some resistance there, resistance here, support. We got at 85. We've got some resistance here at 80. 75 once again. This is kind of like the upper boundary here, and then it old resistance became new support again here. It's pretty obvious that that these levels matter. 70 is a really obvious support line right there. In several places you can see where it touched and found support. And we have resistance up here again at 95. Resistance again, support. And of course at 100, which is going to be an even more important figure usually, we've got some resistance, breaks through the resistance, becomes support, and now we're off to the races here. But so that's kind of what we're looking at here, just the whole numbers. The way the indicator works, we have, for larger stocks, we're showing only the $5 increments or intervals. And for smaller stocks down below $10, then it'll switch to counting by ones. So let's see if I can show you a little bit better how this works here. One of these watch lists over here. I have some small dollar stocks around here somewhere. Yeah, so down in the $7 range here, you can see we switched from doing $5 increments up here, which you can see it was pretty obvious resistance there, support that got broken here and retested. But down here below $10, the indicator switches to $1 increments because smaller stocks like that will tend to move more, smaller amounts during the day, and so a lot of times they'll respect the whole dollars instead of the fives or tens or so forth. Also, it gets smaller and smaller as you go down below that, so you can't really tell right now, but in the penny stock territory, these would be spread out farther, and you would see below 2 we have sub $1 increments, so we'll have 10 cents and so forth. So let me see if I can find a good example of that to show. Probably a good example of that would be like a forex pair. So here we are on the Aussie dollar, and so we have here the 75, 80, 70, and you can kind of tell. So we're the sub $1 range here, and the indicator continues to work just fine for penny stocks or forex or anything like that that's operating in these smaller increments. Equally in bigger increments, I'm trying to think of a big stock. Google's not as big as it once was, but so you can see we're moving in increments of 10 up through 300. Then we move in increments of 25 up all the way through 500. And then we move in increments of 50 up all the way through 1,000. And so it just, it's kind of that fractal nature. So the smaller you get, the smaller the indicator will get, and then the larger you get, the larger the indicator will get as well. So it kind of expands and shrinks depending on what type of instruments you're trading. And you can see here, even these large instruments, it's working just fine. You've got the $700 level here working in support, 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 resistance, resistance, resistance. So, we've got the $800 level here is very obvious resistance there. So yeah, that hopefully explains what this does. Let me just show you the preferences here, the properties for this. Pretty much everything is customizable. You can turn off the sub-dollar increments. You can turn off the single digits below 10. You can also turn off the $5 increments if those are too small for you as well. You can set each line's weight. You can set each line's style, its line weight, and its color individually. So it's highly customizable, and if you don't like those penny increments and so forth, you can go ahead and turn those off as well in those smaller steps as well. So like I said, yeah, it's pretty customizable, and it goes up all the way through 1,000, so it's going to cover most any instruments that you might be trading. I hope that explains it. If you have any questions, shoot us an email. Check out the website and the link below, and appreciate you checking us out. Talk to you later.